All right, hello. This is Mike from Adrenaline Armory, and I'm here with
Arelys from Matianak. I'm the vocalist.
vocalist. And you've been out of Chicago the whole time, right? You're
Yep, stuck in this city.
well, how long? When did you start up the project, the band?
Well, I've been wanting to form a band since I was 14. So now that I legit made it happen, it's been 6 years now with this band.
Okay. And you guys roughly play out, a couple times a year, right?
Not much. Usually it's twice, max a year, in the city. But we do plan up if we do more shows, they'll be out of state, like the neighboring states, just kind of to get out more than being
Like,
stuck here. But lineup changes happen, a lot of crap happens, so a lot of things were delayed and setbacks happen. So that's why we don't have a lot of shows because we have to start all over, reteaching the songs and yada yada. You know the drill.
right.
Being
And
in a band,
the sad incident of not being able to get you up into Madison in March.
man, it was 1 week away too.
I know. I was so close. Like it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. And then all of a sudden, it didn't happen. I was like, it just hit at the wrong time. It's just
I couldn't wait a week, man. I already prepared so hard for this show, and
yeah. I think the last show at the Crucible was on March 14th or 15th, and our show was gonna be on the 28th when you came up. So now it'll probably be a while again until things open back up. But we'll get you back up there. We'll get you up there soon eventually.
yeah, when you said the news, I swear I dug myself and almost ended up in another country.
Yeah, I felt this horrible. It took a while to get everything together. So
And I was just digging and digging. I didn't know where the fuck I was going. I was just digging of anger.
no, now I feel bad.
Not your fault.
I know. So anyway, so you're working on some new material now. You said you were going to be
We
recording.
have 8 new songs already. We're just rehearsing them on our own since our jam spot was closed. So now it's open. We're gonna start jamming July. Since March, we have not jammed as a band.
Hmm. So you got eight. You thought it'd be like a full length. You got one full length already, right?
Yeah, it's like a little bit of a EP-ish, but not really. It's like right in the edge of becoming an album. But I'm like, it's an album, man. The songs are kind
Yeah.
of long.
I mean, you listen to it in entirety. If it feels like an album, it's pretty
Yeah,
solid. I like it a lot,
I like
actually.
it's a fucking album. I don't know about EPAG. Give me all these dumb letters at me. I'm like, it's an album to me.
Yeah. Well, I did. I bought it and downloaded it. Made it burn myself a copy so I can play it in my car and stuff. So
Thank you.
yeah,
My angelic voice will, soothe you in your sleep.
of course, yeah. I'll set that as my alarm clock so you can wake me up too.
Especially the last cry when I just sing right away. That will wake you up, man. Ah!
um. So there was mostly digital copies that you had of that one, but you made some printed copies, right? I was planning on getting one back in December, but I didn't make it down to Chicago.
Hold out, man, from digital.
So there no more. All the physicals
Oh,
gone.
sorry. Physically, they're sold out. Digital cannot sell out. They're digital.
Yeah, right. But
But there is physical copies from my Russian distributor, so you have to get it from them. Any more copies?
well, I'll have to do that.
Yeah, I'll give you the link and everything. But yeah, they're completely out. I just have maybe two or three without the booklet, and that's all I have.
Okay, cool. Yeah, if you send me a link, I can share that out too, along with the link to your Bandcamp and Facebook and everything. So, yeah, I like to dig into people's kind of like influences, like historically and stuff like that. Like, what got you into music in the first place? Like, what was your music drive when you were younger?
The origin of Arelys, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I was raised by metal since I was a baby. My aunt was a metalhead, so I was raised with all sorts of music. The first black metal bands she ever got me into was like Emperor, Mayhem, Dark Throne. And then she introduced me to like other like 70s and 80s music. Say like Judas Priest and Anthrax. Also the like Megadeth, Slayer. Trying to think of more stuff. White Zombie, King Diamond. Like I was raised with all that type of music since I was little, and then I kind of just continue on. I was always like the only person that liked black metal for the longest time in school.
Yeah.
I was in a ghetto school, so I was pretty much an outcast all the way through seventh grade when I met more of my peoples.
So, with your vocals, I mean, like, how did you go about learning how to produce, like the deeper growls, and you have quite a range. It's like what made you think like, okay, I'm gonna start screaming and growling, and is that did it just come naturally, or did you work on it for a while and decide that's what I want to do?
Well, it started as my cotillion, was the quinceañera that they do for Latinas. I wanted to cover a song, and usually they do some stupid, like either cutesy song to dance or something. I was like, no, mom, I want to sing a metal song. And so that's how I started from there. And that was back in like, seventh grade, seventh or eighth grade when I started this. I'm
Wow.
like 31 now, so I have 16 years doing vocals. And after a while, I was in and out of projects. None of them are known or still together now, but I was always out there helping out bands, guest vocals here, try to form my band forever, but it just always failed. And then I started just to like work on it and just push myself more and more. It started off as covers, and then little by little, I started just doing my own thing and just pushing it more and more. Now I could do really high bat screeches on certain parts of the songs, of newer songs. So I pushed it to that. I could probably break a glass of how loud I screech. But I'm very interested in ranges. I don't like to keep one solid monotone. It's just boring. I'm all about up and down, mids, highs, lows. Try to make my vocals more creative than just the boring. I'm like, that's boring. Well, like I watched them, like, all right, I'm bored. Like, what else are we gonna do?
So, for one thing I was gonna ask too about the band name, like, can you kind of explain Matiana, like with the meaning of the name of the band and everything?
Yeah, Matianak is actually a folklore witch from Indonesia. So it's basically a woman that died from stillbirth, and then she turns into this vampiric ghost woman and basically victimizes men as their fault for doing that. So it's just some sort of like cool little folklore name. And I thought it was cool. There's also the other name is Pontianak, but I just like Matiana more.
So when you're up on stage, performing and stuff like that, like what's kind of going through your head as you kind of get into the character, your character and stuff like that. It's like, are you kind of like envisioning the song and stuff like that as you're singing, or are you just kind of looking off away from people, or what are you using to drive you?
I have horrible stage fright, so being another character does help me on stage, and you don't see my nerves flowing out of my head. I envision myself as the first person of the lyrical content. Each lyric has to do with an actual person or something that actually occurred and happened. So all of these are real. So I try to just reenact that and tell it like a story it is and show expression, show emotion. So I'm not just there moving my hands for no reason. Everything I do on stage is for a reason.
Cool. And I may have to put a picture of your mic stand or whatever. Like, how did you come up with that concept?
Oh, a mic stand.
Yeah.
I actually Chris Paisano from Wormrick, he actually made that for me. And I just added more to it to the bottom. I actually bought their newest one since the band broke up. So now I have their newest mic stand that will be coming sometime in a few months when I pay it off. But I'll have another mic stand for sure.
Nice. So, with your shows, you don't, there's, with all the, recording stuff, there's nothing set up for shows right now, is there?
No, besides hitting the studio when we're prepared. So it might be August, September, so we could record our 8-song album and then just wait for next year. This year seems like a lot of things are going on to try to even set something up. It's like not in the clear yet.
Yeah, Chicago pretty locked down still.
There's like half people that don't care and half people that do care. It's like slowly opening. Right now we have some restaurants open in the patio. There's limited space on places. So it's like parks are now open. The beach supposed to be open, or the lakefront at least, on Monday, with some restrictions and protocols and stuff, but we're already getting there. We just don't know. It's just clueless or pointless to try to like set something up when we just don't know what's gonna happen. But it seems like the city venues and stuff like that for shows are still closed. Besides food, if they have food, that's open.
Okay, so I guess more reason for you to plan on coming up to Madison again.
I get the fuck out of here.
So, is there any bands that you've played with again that you can like would like to play with again? Like somebody who's you maybe opened up for, or they opened up for you?
I mean, I always love our Chicago band here. Blood of the Wolf are a really good band of mine. I loved playing with them. And that same show, we opened up for Bane. They're from Serbia. But I mean, I think that was probably the best show ever. Was that show. I have not played with really, really big bands. The other big band was Abigail Williams. But yeah, that's it. Everything else has been local or other state or not really known.
Mm-hmm.
Still waiting to play with one of my favorite bands. I've had the opportunity a few times to do that, but I had lineup changes or somebody left or the whole band quit. I had an opportunity to play with Mayhem a while ago. I had an opportunity to play with Satyricon. My band wasn't ready. And then possibly with Inquisition as well. But again, I didn't have a solid lineup yet. And that blows.
But you got the full lineup going on now, right? You said you just got a bass player.
I do have an opportunity. I don't care. I'm getting on that stage. I'll find motherfuckers anywhere if something were to happen. I am not going to lose another opportunity again because of people.
So. Cool. So I was just kind of laughing, right before this, we had all those questions on Facebook, and so, I was just gonna throw some random questions at you, but you went through and you actually answered them all, so that was awesome.
Right.
So I was gonna print them out and ask you some of the ones that are good. One of them, I'm drinking some Jack and Coke in my mug here, right? So I always wonder, like, what's your favorite alcohol?
I like beer.
Beer?
Yeah, I'm a beer gal. I can't have hard liquor. Like, no, unless you're gonna strap me with a straitjacket and a muzzle, do not give me any hard liquor.
That's a whole new stage performance.
It is, but this is like not even me anymore. This is like I'm going to shred someone apart. I get way too feisty, man. Like I start like growling at people and hissing at people, and it's usually just men. I don't bother the woman. It's men. Like, what are you gonna do? What are you looking at me for? Give me your beer. If there's fruit in anyone's drink, forget it. My hand will go in that drink and grab their fruit, and I don't care who they are. I do spit back the rin back in their drink, though.
Wasn't it one of the questions like somebody asked about having fruit in your front pocket or something?
I think avocado.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, I don't remember. There was one about avocado. Then it's like something like if you had do you keep any ripe fruit in your front pocket?
I did answer. I mean, like, no, but I should. You never know.
Just grab everybody's limes or whatever and start stuffing your pockets with them.
Yeah, man, I sure. You never know when you want to like suck on some limes or eat some orange or watermelon, Gotta be prepared.
So have you ever got feisty and like start arguing with anybody on stage, like any hecklers or
I
anybody?
never drink in shows. I drink after I perform.
Okay.
I don't even want to. I probably won't be able to sing. I'll just be like just spaced out because I've drank that jam when I jammed and I was spaced out a lot and easily distracted. I have a short attention span and me drinking that brings it out even more. I'm just like looking at the walls of a bug passing by.
Okay. So what do you like to do when you're not you walk dogs during the day? What else do you like to do when you're not in a band? Like, or what is there to do around you? Anything?
Relax.
Relax.
Yeah, chill, relax, watch movies, make more lyrics, create more stuff for the band. There's a lot of things I still want to accomplish for stage production, which is gonna take me a while because I'm just by myself doing everything. But I'll get there. I am in no rush. But I do have cool ideas for everyone else to look and also the stage production. They'll look more like me in a way. I'm thinking of more of like tribal animal mask for the guys.
Okay.
So they look a little more creepy. Nobody needs to see their face.
So, is there a lot difference with your 8 new songs? I mean, do they differ a lot from the ones that are already recorded?
Oh yeah, because the old songs were from the original lineup, which all left. So these new songs are all touched up from the only member I have left now is the guitar player. Everyone else is new. So it has all their touch in there. My drummer actually made one entire song himself, the guitars, the bass, and drums, like his own style. It sounds very crusty and punky style. Everyone else is Taylor's the main guitar player, so everything sounds a little mixture of Dissection and Emperor mixed into these songs. They're a little complex and different from the other album, so it's definitely a different touch to it.
Cool. I'm excited to hear them.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah. You can send out some teasers so we know what's coming.
I did send a tiny little clip not long ago. You probably missed it.
I've been actually dodging Facebook a lot lately, so if that's where it was, I probably missed it.
Yeah, it was on the band page, and then I sent it on my page not long ago. It was a tiny little clip.
I'll have to go back and check it out. I'm curious to see what the new stuff's gonna sound like.
Yeah, I mean, I have them all. These are all the lyrics
Nice. Do you,
that I
do you
have.
have do you have a lot of lyrics written up ahead of time?
Not really. I take one day to make them. So I already had these done because we already played 5 songs live. The new ones are the 3 that we have not jammed as a band yet. So I wrote one in one day and then the other one the second day recently, like a couple weeks ago. I still need one more. It sounds very dreamlike, so it might be something fucked up about a dream. That's how I feel it. I have to listen to it. I have a whole process in making lyrics. It is probably very strange for me to do than other vocalists out there, but that works for me, so that's what I do.
Are you willing to share your process?
Sure, I mean, I don't care. I don't think anyone else will be able to pull it off, but if it helps, sure. So first I listen to the song and I'm like, okay. Then on paper, I write how many of that riff of each guitar is playing. Let's say the same riff, it's repeating 4 times, so I write 4. It changes to another riff, so I write how many riffs that guitar is played, so I write 2. So I write like a bunch of numbers down. So it's like 4, 6, 4, 8, repeat, repeat. And then from there, I could know the syllables of what words to plug in. I could also rearrange of what could leave open without lyrics and what doesn't. So it's a lot of line and squiggly lines all over the place. So I'll give you an example. Like, look at all that. It's like squiggly lines everywhere. repeat. And I write like riff two or drum soloist to kind of remind me when I'm what I'm looking for before I sing. So this is what I do, and then I draft an idea of what I want to sing about. So I'm just writing a whole story. From there, I start grabbing certain words and start playing around with it, playing around with all my sentences so they all fit in exactly on the tempo beat of the song. So this helps with timing. And that's a whole day. It takes a few hours, maybe two or 3 hours max to make a whole lyrics of the way I do it. So I probably do it way over complicate myself, but it works for me.
How do you usually come up with like the theme of the song or what the lyrics are going to be about? Is
I
that
love
something?
the most fucked up thing out there. They usually are never in the news. They're like hidden fucked up shit that I could find out there. They're all lyrics are based on real events.
Cool. I mean, it might be scary but cool. Scary but cool.
Yeah, don't because my mother has not read my lyrics. That's all I gotta say. They're pretty gruesome and messed up.
Has she seen like videos of you performing?
She goes to my show. She even wears bone necklaces. Like, but she does not know what I sing about.
Okay. And your aunt that kind of inspired you, has she been to your shows?
Yeah, she's been through a few of them too. My whole family went. My mom, my aunt, my brother, my mom's boyfriend. They all come support. She thinks I'm famous, but I'm not. I'm like,
Soon.
Mom, I'm famous.
Soon to be famous.
Nah, I don't think so. Fame is not important to me. I just want to spread the art and passion of my vision of this project. Wherever it leads, it will lead, but fame is not in my mind at all. Just want people to enjoy a show and all completely and not just hear, see a bunch of dudes in band shirts playing strumming instruments. I want everything to be visually. I want the audience to actually feel the music itself. And I want everyone to just like enjoy everything overall, not just, listen to it and just be bored. I mean, so far, no one has really been like, I'm gonna leave. Like, this sucks type of feeling. So I'll probably get off the stage and be like, where are you going, man? I engage a lot with everyone in a very creepy way. Obviously, I look normal now, so I look nothing like this on stage. But yeah.
Yeah, what kind of inspired, you have like the face paint and everything, the whole get up on me. What kind of inspired you? The way I mean, do you usually change the way you look each time, or usually the same face paint? Or?
Different corpse paint. I change my eyes. Everything's always different. I change a little bit on the outfits. I'll add more or something to it every show. Like I always look more intense. Like that I was told from other people, like you keep looking more intense and intense each time. Like that's the response I want. If I don't get that response, I'm gonna push it more. So I like a challenge. So I'm like, all right, this works. So I'm gonna just tweak it a little more just to make it more creepy and disturbing and uneasy for people. That's what I want people to feel, very uneasy and uncomfortable. But they can't leave because they're like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, well, you get them captured there. They want to watch the whole performance. So,
So that's my goal, to capture them in a very disturbing way.
do you have like on show days? Is it like do you have a standard way to like prep for your shows?
The day of the show, I fast. I do not eat at all day. Nothing. All I have is like sips of water here and there, and that's it. If I'm feeling dizzy, I'll drink like a soda just to raise the sugar levels. But other than that, I cannot eat anything because the way I sing, it's all diaphragms, all my stomach. If my stomach has any sort of food or anything in there, I can't sing. I'll be out of breath. So that is my technique and works for me. I could hold my screams and growls a lot longer and louder. It's have a lot of ranges. It's like a workout, honestly. I don't just stand there and sing. It's like a whole process. You have to know when to breathe and when to like let out that stream right on the right timing. Otherwise, your voice cracks or cuts off. You're out of breath. I'm
Mhm.
sure you've seen some performance they're like, where they like cut off or they seem like they're exhausted.
Yeah, I've seen some too where they, several songs in, they kind of it look like they want to like, get sick or something on stage or something just because it
Exactly.
seems very strenuous. A lot of people drinking water in between songs and whatnot. So I mean, like, how do you like after you do your performance of I don't know, however long of a set you have, like, is you're pretty worn out or you exhausted with your vocals?
Like during performing,
Like after, like when you're all done, like I mean, is it like take time to recover or you're.
I'm fine. My whole body is tiring the next day. I really do feel it a lot. But other than that, not my voice. My throat never hurts because I don't use my throat at all. It's all diaphragm. So I do feel like the abdomen muscles. That's usually what's a little sore than anything. So it felt like I did sit-ups. That's the feeling I feel after performing. My body's aching because I'm wearing very delicate outfits. So I usually just wear that all day, all night. Just stay character all day and night.
Cool. Well, we're at about 26 minutes or something in our interview, so it's been good. I mean, it's been a long time. I mean, I think we've been chatting on Facebook for a couple of years now, so this is the closest we've gotten so far to seeing each other in person.
I have a
So
face.
yeah, I was definitely looking forward to talking to you and answering ask questions and everything. So I'm still looking forward to finally seeing you live and Matiana in general. So definitely either when next time you have a show in Chicago, I can come down and check it out, or if we can finally find a way to get you up in Madison again, next spring or whatnot, whatever. So we'll see what's going on and stuff. And I'll definitely stay posted for any kind of sneak previews you have of your album because I'm curious to.
Follow the page.
Well, I think I have so much going on Facebook usually because I try to add as many people as possible that I have to literally like physically go. I mean, I have to make myself go look half the time because so much shows up and it just gets buried and stuff. So
You could just put first to view or whatever.
yeah, well, the thing is they
Everything
limit.
will pop up.
Facebook actually puts a limit on how many people you can do that to. So if I say that to you, which I think I did do that for Matiana, that if I reach my limit, I have to unfollow somebody else. So then you have to choose, and it doesn't tell you who you all are want to see first. So if I say like 100 bands, they only let you do 50. It doesn't give me the options like, hey, you have to unfollow somebody else. You just have to find somebody that you followed, and it's really dumb. Facebook is horrible that way. So
Yeah,
I'm
Facebook
I'm
just like
envisioning
yeah,
I'm
Facebook
envisioning a
feels
way
like a
sometime where you can like follow people without being on Facebook. I mean, that's one of the reasons I wanted for Adrenaline. Made a website because I want to be able to. I have a spot where there's information about shows or whatnot that's not on Facebook, so that way people don't have to. If something doesn't show up, there's at least there's somewhere else besides Facebook where this information is. Like this interview, and I mean, it'll pop up on YouTube, but also put on the website and whatnot. So just another way for people to see it other than watching for me to post it on Facebook.
yeah, I feel Facebook's like a giant mother, like it grounds you. It tells you what you shouldn't be posting. Like I feel like it's just a giant parent. Like
Hmm.
what the hell?
Like our big brother showing limiting us how many friends we can have. So
Yeah, I'm like, what if I have more than 5,000, man? Now I have to delete some motherfuckers. And invites. If you have like a party and you want to invite a bunch of people, you also have a limit. I'm like, what if I have more friends than that I want to invite?
right. Well, I did sometimes when I set up an event. Say if you go invite like say 50 people, 100 people, and they don't respond, they decide on how many you can invite your next time by what your response rate is because they don't want you spamming everybody. So if I invite like 500 people and only 10 people say something, then that's like my limit is like 50 next time because they think I'm a spammer. It's like it's just dumb.
I know
But
it's
yeah,
so horrible. I'm like, it's not spam. But I do have these people that might go, but they just are taking forever to say maybe.
So yeah, I could go on for like an hour complaining about Facebook probably, but yeah, we're all sucked into it. We all use it. I don't even
Yeah,
know how many
unfortunately,
millions of users on
like we have no life. We all have no lives.
it. So, all right. Well, I'm going to end the interview. Um, and thank you very much for doing this. It was awesome talking to you. You're an awesome person. I love your vocals. Love your band.
My angelic voice.
Yes, angelic yet terrifying. Okay.
Good. It should be terrifying.
So, all right. Well, I'm gonna, yeah. So, thank you very much.
All right.